Hello everyone, welcome back. So this video is for the students of class 7th, subject English. In this video, we shall read a lesson number 4, The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom, from our Honeycomb book, and this is my lecture number 1. So our chapter name is The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom. What do you mean by ashes? Ashes means burnt powder and bloom means to produce flowers. So this story is written by William Elliot Griffiths and is based in Japan. It is about an honest and a hardworking couple who live with their pet dog named Muko. So the main characters of the story are Muko, who was a dog, a kind old couple, and wicked neighbors. Okay, now let's have a look on introduction of the chapter. So in introduction of the chapter, we will be able to know that what exactly this chapter talks about. The story from Japan is about an honest and hardworking old couple and their pet dog named as Muko. The neighbors of the couple are greedy and cruel. This greedy and cruel nature results in the sad death of the dog. However, the spirit of the dog gives solace. Solace means comfort or happiness, and support to his master in unexpected ways with a hint of magical realism. So basically, in the story, we are going to read how the spirit of the dog gives comfort and happiness to his master. Okay. So basically this chapter is divided in two parts, and in this video, in lecture number 1, we shall read part number 1. So our chapter begins like this: in the good old days of daimyos. Daimyos means wealthy landowners. Okay, there lived an old couple whose only pet was a little dog. Having no children, they loved it as though it were a baby. So once there lived an old couple. They had a pet dog. They had no child, so they loved the dog as if it were a baby. The old dame made it a cushion of blue crepe, and at mealtime Muko, for that was its name, would sit on it as snug as any cat. Snug means comfortable. So the old couple, they made a cushion for the dog whose name was Muko, and he would sit on that cushion as comfortably as any cat. The kind people fed the pet with tidbits of fish from their own chopsticks. Means the kind couple loved the dog that much that they fed him with their own forks and all the boiled rice it wanted. Thus treated the dumb creature, loved its protectors like being with a soul. Means they love him as if he was not a dog, he was a human child. The old man, being a rice farmer, went daily with hoe or spade into the fields, working hard from morning until old Tento-sama, as the sun is called, had gone down behind the hills. This old Tento-sama is called as sun in Japan, in Japanese language. Okay, so the old man, he was an old farmer. Okay, and he went daily with hoe or spade into the fields, working hard from morning till the sun had gone behind the hills. Every day the dog followed him to work, never once harming the white heron. that walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up the worms. So the old man was a farmer. Every morning Muko followed him to his fields. A heron walked in the footsteps of the old man to pick up worms. Like his master, the dog also never harmed the bird. For the old fellow was patient and kind to everything that had life, and often turned up a sword on purpose to give food to the birds. So we came to know that the old fellow was very patient. He has a lot of patience and he was kind to everything that had life. And sometimes he also dug up the ground intentionally to give food to the birds. So turned up means dug up, sowed means ground, and on purpose means intentionally. So sometimes he dug up the ground intentionally to give food to the birds. One day the dog came running to him, putting his paws against his legs and motioning with his head to some spot behind. So suddenly what happened one day, the dog came running towards him and he was behaving differently. He put his paws against the old man's leg and motioned with his head to some spot behind. Means he pointed on some spot behind himself. The old man at first thought his pet was only playing and did not mind it. But the dog kept on winning and running to and fro for some minutes. So when the dog came running towards him and he was putting his paws against the old man's leg and again and again moving his head to some spot behind to point out something, the old man first of all thought that his pet was only playing and he did not focus on him. But then he saw that the dog kept on winning and running to and fro for some minutes. Then the old man followed the dog a few yards to a place where the animal began a lively scratching, thinking it was possibly a buried bone or bit of fish. So to please his pet, the old man followed him. At a little distance from there, the dog stopped. Okay, it started scratching the ground. Now, what happened when the old man followed him? They reached towards a point where the dog started scratching the ground or digging the ground. The old man struck his hoe in the earth when lo, a pile of gold gleamed. Gleamed means glittered or shone before him. Thus, in an hour, the old couple were made rich. Now what happened? At a little distance from there the dog stopped and after that it started scratching the ground. To help his pet, the old man struck his hoe in the earth. He also struck his hoe in the earth and now there was a pile of gold before him. Now what happened? The old couple became rich. The good souls bought a piece of land, made a feast for their friends, and gave plentifully to their poor neighbors. As for the dog, they petted him till they nearly smothered him with kindness. Now, what happened? The old couple became rich. Then they gave a party, or we can say a feast, to their friends and helped their poor neighbors. Okay? Now, in the same village there lived a wicked old man and his wife, not a bit sensitive and kind, who had always kicked and scolded all dogs whenever any passed their house. Now, in the same village there lived another old couple, but they were not sensitive and kind. They also not behave properly or in a good way with their dogs or with any dogs. They scolded all the dogs and kicked them whenever any passed their house. Hearing of their neighbor's good luck, they coaxed the dog. Coaxed means to persuade someone gently to do something. They coaxed the dog into their garden and set before him bits of fish and other dainties, means tasty food, hoping he would find treasure for them. Now what did the old wicked man and his wife did? They brought the dog into their garden. They set before him good food. But the dog, being afraid of the cruel pair, would neither eat nor move. Then they dragged him out of doors, taking a spade and hoe with them. Now the dog was so afraid that he neither ate nor he moved. Then the old couple dragged the dog out of the doors, and they walked with him, carrying their spade and hoe, that are tools for digging the ground. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree growing in the garden than he began to paw and scratch the ground as if a mighty treasure lay beneath. Now, when they reached the garden under a pine tree, the dog began to scratch the ground. The wicked couple was so happy they were delighted. "Quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe," cried the greedy old fool as he danced with joy. Now they both were very happy, and both of them started digging the ground. Then the covetous old fellow, a greedy old fellow with a spade, and the old crone means old woman, with a hoe, began to dig. But there was nothing but a dead kitten, the smell of which made them drop their tools and shut their noses. Now, when they both started digging the ground, what they got was a dead kitten. The couple was very angry now. Furious or angry at the dog, the old man kicked and beat him to death, and the old woman finished the work by nearly chopping off his head with a sharp hoe. And at the end, the couple was so angry that they killed the dog. They killed Muko. They then flung him into the hole and heaped the earth over his carcass. Carcass means dead body. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet and, mourning or crying for him as if he had been his own child, went at night under the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground, such as are used before tombs, in which he put fresh flowers. Now, after killing the dog, the old couple flung him into the hole they had dug. After that, they heaped the earth over his carcass. They put sand on his dead body. The incident of the dog's death reached the ears of its owner, who were very kind and who always treated him as if he was his own child. He felt so sad as if he had lost his own son. He went to the place where his pet had been buried. He mourned for a long time. He cried for a long time. He called him many dear names as if he were alive. Then he laid a cup of water and a tray of food on the grave and burned several costly sticks of incense. He mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. Now, when the owner of the dog, or the old kind man, came to know about the death of his dog, what he did, he laid a cup of water and a tray of food on his grave, and he also burned costly sticks of incense. And then he called his pet with all dear names as if he was alive. That night the spirit of dog appeared to him in a dream and said, "Cut down the pine tree over my grave, and make from it a mortar for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce." Now what happened? That night the spirit of dog appeared to him in his dream, and in his dream he said, "Cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar." Mortar means bowl for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce. So the old man chopped down the tree and cut out of the middle of the trunk a section about 2 feet long. With great labor, partially by fire, partially by the chisel, he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small bowl. Now the old man did as he was told by the dog in his dream. With much labor, he made a small bowl of the wood. Okay, then he made a long handled hammer of the wood. He then made a long handled hammer of the wood, such as is used for pounding rice. When New Year's time drew near, he wished to make some rice pastry. Now, when the New Year drew near, he decided to make some rice pastry. When the rice was all boiled, Granny or grandmother put it into the mortar or bowl. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough, and the blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. Suddenly the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. When the old woman took the hand mill and filling it with beans began to grind, okay, the gold dropped like rain. Now what happened? When they put the boiled rice in the wooden mortar, the old man used the wooden hammer to pound or to crush the mass into dough. When the pastry was ready for baking, it suddenly turned into a mass of gold coins. The old woman then took the hand mill and filling it with bean sauce began to grind. Then what happened? Then suddenly the gold dropped like rain. Meanwhile, the envious or jealous neighbor peeped in at the window when the boiled beans were being ground. Okay, now at this moment, the jealous neighbor peeped into the window and then he decided to borrow the mill. "Goody me!" cried the old hag (hag means witch), as she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, until in a few minutes the tub under the mill was full of a shining mass of gold. So the old couple were rich again. The next day the stingy and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mill and magic mill. Now what happened when the old couple became rich again? The wicked, or we can say the jealous neighbor, were peeping through the window, and then they decided that they would borrow the mortar and the magic mill. They filled one with boiled rice and the other with beans. Then the old man began to pound or crush and the woman to grind. Now, as they saw from the window that the old couple were making gold from crushing the pastry, they also started doing so. But at first blow and turn, the pastry and sauce turned into a full mass of worms. So, instead of turning pastry into a heap of gold coins, that turned into a full mass of worms. Still more angry at this, they chopped the mill into pieces to use as firewood. Now, the wicked or jealous neighbor, they became more angry and they broke that mill into pieces to use as firewood. So this was a part 1 of lesson 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. I hope you understood it. In my next video we shall read a part 2 of lesson 4, and in lecture number 3 we shall again revise this lesson again. So if you have not understood something, you will be clear in that video. Now your homework is you have to read part 1 of lesson 4, the ashes that made trees bloom, and then you have to do given question answers. On page number 60, this is your comprehension check. Question number 1. Why did the neighbors kill the dog? I repeat, the question is, why did the neighbors kill the dog? The second question is, mark the right item. First part, the old farmer and his wife loved the dog. A. Because it helped them in their day-to-day work. B. As if it was their own baby. C. As they were kind to all living beings. I repeat, the second question is, you have to choose the right option. First, the old farmer and his wife loved the dog. Options are A. Because it helped them in their day-to-day work. B. As if it was their own baby. C. As they were kind to all living beings. The second part is, when the old couple became rich, they, options are A. Gave the dog better food. B. Invited their greedy neighbors to a feast. C. Lived comfortably and were generous towards their poor neighbors. I repeat, second part, when the old couple became rich, they, options are A. Gave the dog better food. B. Invited their greedy neighbors to a feast. C. Lived comfortably and were generous towards their poor neighbors. And the last part of second question is, the greedy couple borrowed the mill and the mortar to make A part, rice pastry and bean sauce. B. Magic ash to win rewards. C. A pile of gold. I repeat, the third part is, the greedy couple borrowed the mill and the mortar to make A. Rice pastry with bean sauce. B. Magic ash to win rewards. C. A pile of gold. So that was all about your today's video. I hope you understood part 1. In next video we shall read a part 2. If you like this video, then please like the video and subscribe the channel.